What's going on? Kevin Hope here, BallHer Hoops. Just gonna go do a quick breakdown playoff games we have left with teams in our area. If you already watched the playoff bracketology, appreciate you, but we're gonna do this just for the teams that are left. Start with 1A. Queens Grant big game against Bishop McGinnis coming up. Queens Grant's gonna have to score and score often. Gotta be able to defend as well. Bishop McGinnis is a well-oiled machine. They beat Jackson Day by 19 points. Jackson Day is missing some kids, so the injury bug definitely hit them hard. But Queens Grant has a chance to get it done if Zamaya and Misa are hitting shots. Casey's defending well, and they all defend as a good team. They should be in that game. Then another team in our area, Albemarle, they go against your Wari Charter. I think Albemarle handles business. They've been one of the hotter teams as of late to set up that big matchup with Cherokee where they will have to go to Cherokee and play. I think they'll be in that game as well, though. But I think they beat Wari Charter. Then we go to 2A. I haven't been paying much attention to the 2A bracket. Well, let's see who we got in here. North Wilkes is not really in our thing, but I think they've been dominant so far. I talked about how I think T.W. Andrews is a team that could win it all for 2A. Let's see. East Burke is still in it. They play Lexington on Tuesday. East Burke won their first game by 20. Well, their second game by 21. The first one by 40. I think they continue their dominance. East Burke should be able to get to that regional final. I think it'll be between North Wilkes and T.W. Andrews who they'll play, but they should be able to get to that regional final, and you never know. Once you get there, it's like up from there. Anybody can win it. So shout out to East Burke. 3A. Let's see who we got. Stuart Kramer's still in it. I think they beat Dudley. I think they should win by. I think it'll be a close game. Dudley got some good wins so far in the bracket play. I think they win. Robinson, I think they will beat Huss. Huss beat AC Reynolds, which is big for them. Shout out to that team. North Lincoln, like I've talked about before, I think they're a team that has a chance to get to the regional final. I think they could beat Ben L. Smith, but it won't be an easy win. Ben L. Smith is a tough team to play. Pisgah and Oak Grove play. So shout out to North Lincoln. Shout out to Robinson and Huss, Stuart Kramer. Huss could make a way into that Fire 25, that final Fire 25 if they continue their wins. I think they'll have a tough time with Robinson, though. 4A probably break down a little bit more. I know a lot more of those teams. So let's see. In the 4A bracket, we all know the big game. We'll probably talk about that last. But 4A, you got McDowell versus South Meck. South Meck, I know I didn't have them winning against Davie, but they pulled it out 1-6. And Nikera Arrington has been dynamic. But now they have to go to McDowell, travel to the mountains for a 7 p.m. game. I think it's going to be a good one. I don't think South Meck's going to let up. If KB and Nikera are doing well, Chloe is handling the paint, and if they can make shots, I think her name is Kaylin. Don't get me wrong if I said it, Kaylin or Caitlin. If she can handle the ball well, get them into their offense, I think they'll be good. Marvin Ridge versus Hickory Ridge. Hickory Ridge is hot. Big win versus Mallet Creek. You talk about going to their place, holding them only to 34 points. Amazing job. I think they will. It's hard to pick right here. I'm really having a tough time. Marvin Ridge has been really good this season altogether. They lost to Mallet Creek early in the year, but mostly they've been pretty solid. I think I'm going to go with Hickory Ridge, though. I think Hickory Ridge showed the defensive game plan to stop a team, and it's going to be a tough one. I really don't want to pick, but if I had to pick, I would pick Hickory Ridge because of that win over Mallet Creek. Watauga versus Northern Guilford, I think Watauga wins this game. Lena from Northern Guilford is really good. I think Kate at this point in her career is better. So other people outside of Lena is going to have to make plays for them to beat Watauga at Watauga. So I got Watauga winning that one. And then the big game, North Meck versus Lake Norman. I will be at that game. Lake Norman has been my favorite to win for a while. I think they have the most complete team and they've been together the longest. But North Meck's not a slouch. They handled business versus BallHer. They really jumped out in that second half and took over. You got to be able to guard the bigs. I feel like, and I've told people this, if Lake Norman presses, that may hurt them. North Meck's a team where they want to get the ball inside and they don't mind playing fast. So if you let them beat you up in that press and they get easy layups, it's going to be a hard game for Lake Norman. But if Lake Norman can slow them down, make them play a half-court game, and defend well on the inside, I think Lake Norman wins. On the other hand, North Meck's got to be able to guard. A lot of shooters to go around. You got to pick and choose your battles with Lake Norman. You want somebody to shut somebody down, or if you feel like if we can maintain a person, it'll work. But I'm not going to give out specifics because, it is what it is. I'll let them coaches, they got their game plans. I'm sure they've had game plans for a while now. It should be a really good game. I look forward to Lake Norman playing Watauga next week at Lake Norman, and then Hickory Ridge would have to go to, I didn't pick a McDowell South Meck winner. I would say McDowell. I think McDowell has a really solid team. I've watched film on them. They got some kids on that team that can really go. So I think McDowell will play against Hickory Ridge at McDowell. But that's it. That's all I got for today. BallHer Hoops. We're out.